a cacophony, chaos, disorder. You can barely hear yourselves think. You're all surrounded by sheep. Welcome everyone to the Noren Fair, the annual celebration of harvest in the city of Noren. A luscious valley bowl of nature's bounty, Noren boasts safety, plenty, and abundance. Many festivals of celebration occur throughout the year, from the celebration of lambs in spring, to welcome all the newborn flock additions, to the festival of First Frost, a time of gift-giving in the long winter. But the Noren Fair at the beginning of fall is the crowning jewel of celebrations. What a day for our adventurers to meet. Now, the four of you have arrived here in this location, and for your various reasons, have all found yourself near the sheep pen of the Noren Fair. And unfortunately, the sheep have escaped from a gate that was left unattended by a young boy. Now, I need you all to roll initiative. That's right, our first fight is sheep catching.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay.
Everybody, if you know how to roll initiative, please do so. It is generally a d20 plus your dexterity.
All right. I got a 25.
What?
25. Woo!
Yeah, 25?
25. I wrote a 20, guys.
No, you did not.
Wait,
Shut
look,
up.
freaking natural 20.
Wait, you're kidding.
No, you did not.
You've gotta be kidding me.
You did not just roll
If you
a
can
natural
shout
20 on
out your
the first
character names, if you can shout out your character names with your rolls, that'd be phenomenal.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Oh
cool.
my god. Okay.
Question. Is it plus initiative or plus dexterity?
Those are going to be the same numbers, so plus initiative.
Oh, okay.
Initiative, okay, then 23.
Oh, okay, because my
23.
initiative is
Great.
different than my dexterity. My dexterity is 2, but my initiative is 3.
Oh, you must have a racial feature or an object.
Yeah, I'm a human, so I'm assuming that doesn't make it the same.
Great. Okay, great. So Feyre has 23.
Salazar has 13.
Oh yeah, Roxie has 10.
10.
Rio has 13.
All right. Rio, what's your dex modifier?
Plus 3.
And Sally, what's your dex modifier?
Also plus 3.
Ooh, go ahead and roll again. Whoever gets the higher goes first.
Okay.
Rollies.
Ah, dang it, I rolled a 2.
13.
What'd you roll, sis?
13.
Did you roll again?
Yeah, that's what I did. It gave me.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Give me 13.
I didn't hear you by that.
2
I didn't hear you.
13s in a row. Delightfully unlucky.
That's gonna go so well. So Rio is before Salazar. All right. Fair.
Yes.
You are all standing around the sheep pen for different reasons. You guys are there for entirely different reasons. You don't know each other. However, a young farm boy who was getting ready to show off one of his sheep in the sheep show that is about to take place in 20 minutes has accidentally left the gate unlatched. And running out of the gate, there are currently 4 sheep out with more getting ready to race away from the gate. What do you do?
Okay, are the sheep, running out together, or are they kind of, separating?
They're scattering. The 4 are scattering, and more are getting ready to go out the gate.
Okay, so whatever sheep is, the furthest away, would I be able to use my movement to run up towards it to kind of, usher it back towards the gate, if possible?
Absolutely. You run up to it, easy. Roll animal handling.
Aha, I have a bonus on this, guys. 15, 19.
Oh my
19,
god, your rolls are
effortlessly.
insane.
Oh my god,
yes.
Fair runs over. And you, from your background, you have worked with sheep before. You know the best way to stop them is actually not to try and physically stop them. If you just get in front and lift the head, the entire sheep stops. Fun fact, I was a sheep farmer for 6 years.
Oh,
We had a
wow.
So,
Oh my god.
So, you run in front and stop the sheep effortlessly. It is a beautiful display of perfection and begin to corral the sheep. However, now that your turn has passed, unless you'd like to do anything with your bonus action.
No, I'm good.
Okay, now that your turn has passed, we come to the initiative count 20. The sheep that were getting ready to run out of the gate continue to do so. 4 more sheep scatter to the winds. Now you have 7 out with an 8th caught and more getting ready to run out. Rio, it is your turn.
Ooh! Okay, so you said there's still sheep running?
There are currently 7 loose. A gate still open with more trying to run out, and Feyre has an 8th.
Okay, so to avoid more sheep running out, Rio's gonna go ahead and charge towards the gate and shut it, just so we can lessen the amount that we have to go for.
Ooh,
An excellent call. You run and take the rope against the fence gate and wrap it around the latch where it had come loose. There will be no more sheep to catch. Do you want to do anything with your bonus action?
Let me see what's my bonus action. Ooh. Can I do Step of the Wind so that way I can, like, go towards the other sheep that are running?
Absolutely. I will even, this is not normally how this works, but because they're sheep, I will also allow you to get in the way and attempt to stop a sheep. Normally, you wouldn't have that as an extra action. I'll give it to you. Go ahead and roll an animal handling check.
Okay. Let me see. Just scroll. Ooh, I got a good bonus on this one. Let me see. Ooh, 17.
17. Another sheep caught. You now are at 6 left to attain. It is now Sally's turn.
Okay, Sally, seeing the sheep that have darted out, is going to, her eyes will glow a sickly green, and she's going to cast Silent Image, the scariest thing that she can think of to a sheep. It's gonna be like a big wolf that's just black and shaggy, red eyes, like feral growling. Like, it can't make any noise because it's a silent image, but it's just gonna pop out and be like it's leaping, like a massive 10-foot wolf is leaping at the sheep with the hopes of, like, just scaring them into just stunned.
Sure.
Yeah, hopefully, maybe this might make it worse, but whatever.
We're about to find out. Go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
Okay. That is a 6 plus 5. I have 11.
Okay. I'll give you this. You are going to simultaneously help and hurt.
Love it.
One of the sheep is a younger one that sees the giant wolf image coming and just crouches down out of fear and starts shaking. However, you do spook another one that just goes racing off even faster into the town itself. So that is 3 captured with another 5 to do, one of which will be harder. Now, Roxie, it is your turn.
So, Roxie, seeing the chaos that has ensued, is going to cast Sleep to try to get the sheep to maybe relax and fall asleep, and so they're easier to catch.
So good!
That's brilliant!
Okay, how many creatures can you target with Sleep?
Let me check. It says creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected. So it doesn't give me the exact amount, but it does last for a minute, but it goes up to 20 feet.
Oh, yes. So you're going to roll 5d8. So you are going to, within 20 feet, you are going to roll 5d8, and however many hit points of creatures is how many the spell can affect.
Okay.
So let me... Okay, go ahead and roll those 5d8.
Okay. So I rolled I'm sorry. I'm still new to D&D. I'm stupid, but what? I roll a D8 like 5 times, you say?
That is correct, and
Okay.
you're not stupid at all. And if you say that again, I will kill your character out of kindness.
Oh, David, you're just so sweet. I love you so much already. Okay, let me check. So that's 1 8. Hold on, let me see. That's a 7, 4, 3, and another 4.
That is 26 total.
Woo!
Now, here's a fun fact about a sheep. Only has 4 hit points.
Oh my god.
So,
Oh my god.
These sheep have just begun to scatter. You actually, but I'm going to say that all of the sheep, except for the one that bolted from the wolf, you have now charmed and are asleep, just relaxed on the ground on their sides, panting away like good little babies.
Roxy's gonna go over there and just pet them like sweet little angels. Oh.
Yes. However, that does leave us with the final remainder demon sheep. The rest, for the sake of brevity here, the rest of the farmers around the community, individuals that you guys have kind of interacted with a little bit, have already run up, gotten the rest of the sheep that you guys have managed to capture. You do have the one, we'll call it the demon sheep left. Fair, it is your turn. The sheep is about 30 feet away from you and running fast. What do you do?
Okay, I forgot I had this. Could I cast Speak with Animals?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
All right. Okay. What I want to do is I can't. It's too far for me to kind of run up to it and catch up to it, right? Or am I able to run up to it?
Your speed's probably 30 feet, right?
Actually, yes, it is.
Yeah, it's 30 feet away.
Okay, you know what? I take that back. I'm gonna run up to it and I'm gonna do the same thing where I try to get ahead of it just to stop it from running.
Okay, roll your animal handling.
All right. Well, fail me now.
I am going to say, because the sheep has been spooked by Sally, it is at disadvantage. So you're gonna roll twice and take the lower of 2 rolls.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. Oh, lovely. Okay.
Oh no, what'd you get?
I got a 7.
Oh no!
Oh, come on, man.
All right. You attempt to get this sheep, and from personal experience, I can speak to this very, very uniquely. The sheep manages to sidestep in just such a way that not only do you miss catching it, but it also makes you look very, very silly as you trip on your own feet and fall on the ground. Boom, 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 boom. That is the end of your turn. Rio, you're up.
Oh
The sheep's 30 feet away.
Ooh, okay, so let's see. You said the sheep is still running? The last little demon sheep there is?
Last little demon sheep, 30 feet away.
Okay, let me check what my speed is real fast. Oh, my speed's 40 feet, so I can easily catch up with that.
You got
Yep.
it. All right, you gonna just try to catch it? You gonna do anything flavorful?
Let's see. I have a feeling it's gonna be a little, startled since it's, on the run. So Rio wants to maybe kind of, help it fall asleep by maybe doing a soft unarmed strike on it. Just a little.
Okay.
Just a little, not where it's death, but just go like shh, 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 just like little quick karate chop.
All right. Go ahead and roll an attack roll for an unarmed strike.
All right. And remind me, it's just the D20, right? Nothing with it?
D20, and then are you proficient with unarmed strikes? Probably it's just your strength modifier.
It says +5 for the hit/DC, so do I add that?
Oh, great. Then it's +5.
Okay, cool. Let me see. 20!
Natural 20?
Oh my god.
No way!
Oh my god. Kill the sheep. You're gonna kill it. Look at you two. Oh my god.
So you would be doubling your dice roll. Here's what I'll allow you, Rio. Obviously, it has not come into play a lot, but you, for various reasons that will be revealed in time, are very precise with your fists. I will allow you just to simply knock this sheep out if that is your goal.
Yes, it is.
Okay, you all watch as this individual. What are we seeing right now? What does Rio look like? Give us a visual description.
Perfect. Okay, so you see this. If I remember correctly, she's 6 feet tall. Let me just check what my height is. I am 6 feet tall. So you see this 6 foot tall female water genasi, very muscular too, so you can tell she's fit. Wet skin, because that's how they are with water genasis, and her hair looks like it's constantly flowing water, even though it's normal hair texture. You just see her with just such precise swiftness, and you see all these colors too, because she is a colorful water genasi from blue, wearing orange and green and all these colors. She just goes at this sheep, not to kill it, but just to help it fall asleep.
And runs up, and this powerful 6 foot tall, flowing individual, literally and figuratively, runs over and just flicks the back of the sheep's neck, and you watch as the sheep seizes up and falls over unconscious.
Oh my god! Feyre, she looks over her shoulder. She's like, oh my god, did you kill it?
You see Rio put her hands on her hips, and she goes, I got it! I got it!
Now, Logan, or as I say, Loganne, as the filter of the camera begins to actually focus in on the 4 heroes of whatever this story ends up being for each of you, what does the audience see?
They see she's a young female wood elf. She's probably around 5'4", 5'5". She has these white antlers kind of branching out of like the front/sides of her head. She has like these very light blue, pretty eyes, and she has some freckles across her face. She has like brownish red hair that kind of comes like right above her shoulder. She's wearing like this purplish jacket, and she carries a bow and her arrows on her back. And she has some boots on, some gloves on, and she appears to be a very excitable and curious young elf who has no idea what's going on.
Excellent. And your conversation continues. Rio, as this much shorter than you, younger than you elf yells at you. How do you respond?
So, fun fact, Rio's intelligence is only at a 9, so she's not the smartest person that
Beautiful.
you'll ever run into. So she's just kind of staring at this, what she thinks is a kid. She's just staring at it and just kind of laughing because she thinks she's adorable. So she just kind of, as Feyre is like, or Logan, how do you say your name?
Feyre,
okay. As Feyre is yelling at her, you just see Rio take one hand off her hip and just pat her head while laughing like, ha ha ha, you're so cute. You're like the sheep yourself.
I brush her hand off my head and I go, did you have to be so like aggressive with it? I mean, I guess you got it. Good job.
Well, he's not dead. He's just a little sleepy. But sure, in about maybe an hour. Maybe an hour.
Like, did you want to help me get the rest of the sheep back in the pen?
Yeah, I can do that.
Running over to you is this little tiny, the boy that forgot to latch the gate properly. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for gathering them. My dad would have been so mad if I let them all out. Thank you so much. Can you just, did you kill it? Oh no!
No, it's okay. It's not dead.
It looks dead.
Well, I hit a pretty sharp pressure point. He's just asleep.
You know, I just feel like you could have used less brutal force.
Yeah, these sheep have feelings, okay? They're our livelihood. You gotta be careful and gentle and understand them. Did you try just talking to them?
You see Rio kind of like make a thinking motion, going like, I did not. And you see her get down on her knees to the sheep, take one of its little hooves, shake it. I'm so sorry. I'll ask you next time what you want to do.
The sheep pees on you.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
Feyre just laughs at her.
That's what you get. Now, if you're very much bigger than me, so I'm a little intimidated, but it would be very helpful if you very gently picked up Elaine. Her name's Elaine. You didn't ask me. Her name's Elaine. If you picked up Elaine and brought her back to the pen.
Yes, of course. She'll very carefully pick up Elaine, right?
How does one pick up a sheep carefully?
Gently, without giving it a concussion, yeah?
You see Rio kind of, she's motioning to grab it by the neck.
No.
Okay, nope. You're done, all right? You're done. I got it.
Oh,
and this...
I am so sorry.
It's fine. Happy fair. And he goes and starts dragging the sheep gently over back to the pen. Crystal,
Yes.
as the 4 of you begin to group up, the 4 of you having just worked together to solve this, Crystal, what do they see?
Well, the first thing they see is still that giant demonic wolf that has not yet been dismissed. It's just kind of hovering, caught in this like this
sure.
horrible, like you when you pause a video at exactly the wrong time, where it's kind of just like blurry and horrifying. It's like still there, hovering like a little bit a ways off from her. But the person that you see who's still kind of like looking at the wolf image and kind of like wondering why didn't it work. It's a tall, bone-thin, like half-elf girl who has like just long jet black hair that's slicked back, but there's like 2 bits of it that are just styled into like, you know those like devil horns that you make out of hair, like a hairstyle? She's got that going on. Yeah, her skin, she's like ghostly pale. She looks like a Victorian ghost. It's like almost translucent. It's like she crawled out from under a log and has like, this is the first time seeing sunlight or something. That's what her skin looks like. You could almost see veins if you were looking hard enough. She's wearing just a long, dark cloak with a deep hood. You can kind of see the insides of the cloak are a bit of like a reddish purple. And she like studies the wolf image. You can see like she squints her eyes a bit. Her eyes are kind of like just blood red. And yeah, so she's got a bit of like a sinister scowl going on as she like studies the spell before dismissing it. You see the wolf kind of like just fades away in little like shadow pixels. Like, whoosh.
Wow. That's great.
Whoa. Oh my god. Cool.
Sorry.
So sick.
That's so cool.
I love Sally so much already.
And Jacki, what are we seeing?
So, currently Roxie is just sitting crisscrossed applesauce in between 2 of the sheep that she made go to sleep, but now they're waking up. But what the audience will see is there is this young individual who is feminine presenting, Shide. Roxie has scarlet red hair that is curly, but she keeps it, well, wavy at best. Keeps it tied up in a ponytail. She's olive skinned, and she's got some freckles that run across her cheeks, almost like sun-kissed. She's got these beautiful teal eyes that complement her outfit very well. She's wearing this mix of colors where she's wearing a white shirt, some trousers that match her eyes, and a ruby little sash that she dresses like a skirt. Alongside them, they are wearing some rings that appear to be passed down from generations of their family, and that's pretty much it, I would say.
Okay.
Oh, and she's a human. Forgot. She's a human. Totally forgot. Pulling a Roxie moment because this little bean is forgetful. She is also a human. Forgot to mention that.
Y'all went into so much detail for all your accessories. All I said was colors.
That's all we need.
Land in my head. Like
That's so
I already
valid.
drew Rio, so I know what Rio looks like, but I'm like the description.
The most interesting thing I think about Rio is the hair. I want to see that hair animated.
Oh, so I wish I could animate. I gotta find somebody.
The 4 of you stand awkwardly now in a bit of a square, having never interacted before, and all very different looking individuals.
I wave. Crystal, what's your character's name again? I forgot her name.
Oh, Sally.
Sally. I kind of like awkwardly wave to Sally. I go, hi. That was a cool wolf thing you did there.
Oh, you think so? Thank you so much. I just don't know why it didn't work, you know? Like, I've been really working on my horror presentation, and it's it really should have scared them all stiff, so I don't know why it just ran off like that, but thank you. You are pretty amazing yourself.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. You know, I think it was really helpful. It did kind of scare one of them my direction. It kind of, trampled me. That's okay. You're so cool. Like, I can't wait to see what else you do with that spell. Like, I think it's so cool.
Oh my gosh, well, thank you. That means a lot. I'm still working on it, but one of these days I'm gonna be able to make it so big it'll scare like an entire town or something. That's like the goal,
Yeah, I believe it.
So, sorry, I guess what's your name? I feel like I should have asked that first.
Oh! Hi, my name's Feyre, or you can call me Faye. It's great to meet you, Sally.
Feyre! Well, it's nice to meet you too. Wait, remind me, does Feyre have those little, like, antlers on?
She does, yes.
I point to them and I go, wait, are you in training to be an evil villain too?
Oh, an evil villain?
Yeah, like I point to my own little, like, stylized hair devil horns.
Oh, no, I'm not, but
Oh, no?
that's great. I'm so happy for you. No,
okay.
I just have these. I was born with them, so,
Oh,
you know.
oh, very, very cool. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have assumed. I just, I'm kind of new around here, but like,
No, you're fine, you're fine.
Okay, cool. Ooh. Yeah, who are your friends?
So this is Sheep Killer. I actually don't know her name.
Sheep
What is your
Killer.
name?
Hey, I didn't kill a sheep. I just made him go sleep.
I did too.
See? You're not calling her a sheep killer, but you're calling me a sheep killer. I did nothing wrong.
I'm just saying you could have used, less force, but, that aside, what's your name?
Name's Rio Styx.
Nice to meet you, Rio.
Styx. Oh, it's wonderful to meet you. I think excessive displays of force are awesome.
Thank you. That's how my auntie taught me.
Very cool. I have a badass aunt too. Oh my gosh. Wow, I just never thought I'd meet so many people with something in common.
I know. I like you. I like animals. I like how you summoned that wolf thingy.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
That's what I said.
Oh my god. Well, you guys are... I'm so flattered. Well, I mean, I wish it had worked a bit better, but hey, you guys handled that amazingly. And you! I turn to Roxie. You just made them all drop like sacks of potatoes. I have to know where did you learn how to do that? You must be really powerful.
Well, you see here, the spell that I use actually happened to be a lullaby taught by my amazing mom. Where are my manners? My name is Roxie. It's nice to meet you guys.
I got amazing moms too.
You see Sally pull out just this like dark, shriveled, leather-bound book and start writing and muttering lullaby, big sleep, and circles that a couple of times before shutting it and putting it back into her bag.
Yeah.
Rio stares at her bag.
Roxie also goes over to Sally. Is that like a grimoire or something?
Oh my gosh, wait, do you have one too? I pull it out and it's it looks like leather, but as you look closer, it's probably ancient human skin or something. And I just flip through it. I flip through it and there's the writings are in just a dark, reddish brown ink that it might be blood, but who knows? But as you look a bit closer, it's a fucking bullet journal. It just looks, the inside of that is so little bullets, a little list. And yeah, in the most recent one, I was I was just taking notes. You said it's a lullaby. I have never heard of such an effective spell before. You just knocked them all out. Imagine blowing that up large scale. You could put to sleep an entire city.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's one thing you could use it for.
Yeah.
Is that where you write all of your evil spells and stuff in there?
Exactly. Oh my gosh, you get me. Exactly. I've just been taking notes. I'm really hoping to just really discover something here that would help me in a way that's just newer than the stuff that I've been learning all my life.
Oh, well, I would be so happy to teach you the lullaby sometime. It's a pretty simple melody. I learned it when I was about 3.
Oh,
yeah,
no
but you
way.
didn't really sing good. Those sheep kind of reacted funny to you singing.
Well, see, I don't know what it is. Everybody always says that about my singing, but I think I hit those notes pretty well today.
I don't know.
That was singing?
Well, I would love to hear you put on a concert at some point for us. I'd love to hear you sing.
Oh, you guys haven't heard me at my best yet.
Oh my goodness,
Well, I'm looking
I can't
forward to
wait.
it.
I'm so looking forward to it.
As you all are just having this conversation and really enjoying getting to know each other, next to you appears this very, very thin, tall, we're talking about 7 foot tall, suited individual with clown makeup on, who greets you all with a very, very large flourish of this very bendy wand. Good evening, ladies, she, theys, and creatures of Fae. How are we all?
I kind of jump back to start like, oh, hi.
Rio looks up and says, I'm covered in pee, but I'm doing good.
Let me fix that for you. Whoop, 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 whoop. And he waves his very bendy wand, and the urine just pulls off into thin air and then drips onto the ground. I suppose I should properly introduce myself. My name is Telly, and I am the famous wizard clown.
Thank you, Telly.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
It's lovely to meet you. Would you all...
Oh my god, I've heard amazing things about clowns.
Clowns are absolutely wonderful. Always trust them with everything.
Yes.
I can attest to this. I grew up around clowns.
Oh, you grew up around clowns, you say?
I did. I'm from a famous fair, you see.
You are?
Ooh, which fair?
It was called the Lostoria Fair. You might have heard of my parents, but they're not important right now.
Oh, all right. Anyway, I'm sure I've heard of it. I probably just have forgotten. Anyway, would you all like a free ride on our special roller coaster?
Roller coaster? Yeah!
What's a roller coaster? I want a roller coaster. What is it?
So, it's a thing on rollers that coasts. Fascinating.
Can we?
If you all would like a ride, please just stand in a line.
Rio goes first.
I follow suit. I follow right behind.
I can do all of you in this same line if you just stand right here. And you look around. He's just telling you to line up in the middle of this open field in the middle of the city. There's nothing here.
Oh god. But where's the roller that we're coasting on?
Ooh, I'll be happy to show you in a moment.
Oh my goodness. Is this a spell? Is this a spell?
Maybe. You'll have to find out.
Oh, wonder. Sally jumps like right behind. Was it who just lined up? Roxie or Rio?
I think I'm
Rio lined up first.
Yeah,
Rio,
Sally jumped
and then it's
right
Feyre,
behind
and then
Rio.
it's Sally, and then Roxie's last.
All right, everybody, hang on tight. And he lifts his very bendy wand and begins to wave it furiously at you. As you all suddenly are pulled into a sitting position, there's nothing there. They pulled into a sitting position. You feel something strap around your shoulders so you won't go flying away.
Oh.
Again, nothing visible. And then you rocket into the sky, up above the city of Noren, and viewing the entire circus and Noren Fair. Now, you all have the map, of course, but I will describe it for those enjoying the auditory version of the podcast. The map itself is not strictly 100% accurate. The main features are, of course, there, however. You have the large circus tent from which you would all know that there is rumored to be a large performance from Conrad the Incredible and his traveling troupe. So that is something that is happening later this evening. There are tents of different sideshows, and there is a large bar, an outdoor bar, where a drinking competition is being set up at this moment. The city of Noren itself is beautiful with crops to the west and north, different sheep that are more well-behaved than the ones in the pin being showed, being tended to by different shepherds, cows on the horizon, herds of pigs within the forest to the south. This is an absolutely gorgeous, peaceful city. And for this moment where you are all four fast-becoming friends, all flying through the air on an invisible roller coaster, is a beautiful screenshot, both for you and for the audience. This continues for 3 to 4 minutes, this performance of flying around the air, upside down, left, right. I'm actually going to need everybody to roll a Constitution saving throw to see if any food they'd have ingested throughout the day will come up.
Rio rolled a 17.
Sally rolled
Good.
22.
Ooh, Roxie rolled a 16.
Feyre rolled a 10.
Feyre, you are the only individual
Baby's first roller coaster.
Yes, you do not lose your dinner, but you probably wish you had, as currently there's a little bit of a sea storm inside of your stomach. But you all come to a safe landing without projectile anything off of yourselves. And Telly bows to you all with this large, extravagant bow, and the wand folds back into a smaller version of its bendy self. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. It's my own special little invention. What
That was so awesome.
I loved it.
The
The Galassia would have used this
the
back
part that
then.
you strap
Oh my
people in
God.
with
It reminds me of the
invisible
makeshift
bindings and then
stuff
send
we
them
do at the
rocketing up into the
monastery.
distance.
That's so much talking at once. It seems Feyre is not looking very well. Give me just one moment, young Feyre. And he spins in a circle and teleports away. And you all wait for an awkward moment before he teleports back. And now on his shoulder is a large rat. All right, who needs my help here? As this foot-tall rat with this little tiny hat and a little tiny apron with a little tiny tankard on the apron is looking at you all through two squinty eyes. All right, I heard somebody's not feeling so well. What can I do for ya?
Rio points at the rat. It's a talking little teddy bear!
Feyre's just there covering her mouth, looking at it really confused.
Oh, hello. You look like you are in need of some healing. My name is Sorbo, and I am the best healer around. And he clambers down off of the 7-foot-tall telly and runs over to you. And the rat Sorbo, who happens to be a cleric, casts a lesser restoration and brings you back to feeling much better.
Wow.
All right, how you feeling? How you feeling, sweetheart?
I feel great. You can cast. You're a rat. How? What?
Yeah, don't discriminate. Anyway, I gotta get back to the. What? You saying something?
Nothing. Continue. I just didn't know rats
You done?
could.
You done? You done?
No. Yeah. I'm done.
All right. Are you sure?
Yep.
I'll go toe to toe to you any day with you, little 5'4" curmudgeon.
Oh no, I wasn't trying to.
Corbo's about to start the drinking competition, and I gotta be there when everybody else throws up to make them feel better. Nice to meet you all. Y'all
Rio
look
pushes
lovely.
everyone to the side. Drinking competition!
Oh yeah, it's about to start. Whoever wants to, come on over.
I'm going!
All right. He runs over and Telly says, I'll catch you all later. We are teleporting, so you're gonna have to run. And he spins, and they're both gone in an instant as he casts Dimension Door again.
Sally just shouts, "Wait!" as they disappear through the dimension door, having just witnessed what is clearly an incredibly powerful wizard with his evil minion.
And they're gone. As you all saw this from the roller coaster, so you know you're only about 150 feet away from the outdoor bar where this drinking competition is about to take place. Now, is everybody participating in this drinking competition?
Feyre has never had a sip of alcohol before, and she has no idea what it is, so probably not.
Okay, Feyre will sit out. Rio, Roxie, and Sally. What are we
Rio
thinking?
is going to get drunk, baby!
Yeah!
Sally has heard that alcohol is the devil's drink and therefore it must be very evil. She's in.
Yep, good.
Roxie's a gal who knows how to have a good time, and she's had a few drinks before, so who's to say she doesn't need any more?
Woo!
She's definitely in.
All right, the three of you run over and sit down alongside this cacophony of loud, half-drunk already, having already enjoyed some imbibements, farmers. There's a couple old ladies, too, that have jumped in with the old grizzled farmers that are from around town, all laughing, and it's just this beautiful atmosphere of celebration and joy. I don't know if you guys have been to a fair before or some sort of celebration like that, but it is this absolutely just this time of gathering together and having fun and celebrating life and harvest. And all of these people are here. Everybody's in a good mood. Everybody's here for it. Now, as the three of you, Rio, Roxie, and Sally, get ready for this competition, of course you're immediately welcomed. However, Feyre, you are standing back probably under the shadow of a tree, just relaxing a little bit, watching your new friends puzzling over. This is probably more enthusiastic interaction than you've ever had from your hometown, so it's probably a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
So Feyre, is there like seats that she can get closer to watch, or does she have to watch from like a distance?
The tree's pretty close, but there's also some benches where, so essentially the way this has been set up, there's a large outdoor bar and there's a bunch of, almost a half amphitheater of benches, which will also be used later for the vegetable judging competitions, the livestock competitions, etc., etc.
Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure, Feyre's gonna be in range, so that way she's able to just cheer her friends on as they drink to their heart's content.
Excellent. As your three new friends are getting ready and laughing and joking around, I imagine Rio gives a shove to an old farmer that's giving her a hard time, but in a fun way, of course. Approaching you is a large female bugbear with a dirty brown apron tied. And it's not unusual. There's obviously a crowd of people here, so it's not unusual that this person would come towards you. What is unusual is that they sit right next to you. And you feel a little taken aback, and it kind of pulls you out of the moment as you're side-eyeing this individual. And the female bugbear doesn't say anything at first. She's just sitting next to you, and you can feel her glancing at you out of the corner of her eye.
This is the Feyre, right? Not Rio.
I'm sorry, I meant Feyre if I did not say that.
I figured it was Feyre because Rio wasn't sitting.
Yeah! Okay.
Great.
Feyre just kind of shoots a side glance. She gives an awkward, hello.
Well, hello.
Are you here to watch the drinking contest too, under the same tree?
In a manner of speaking, I'm sorry for staring. I should introduce myself. My name is Jorla.
Hi, nice to meet you, Jorla. My name's Feyre.
I thought so.
How do you figure?
Let's just say you look familiar. What Feyre, what are you doing here?
I'm actually out looking for my father right now. Do you know him?
Alden, yes.
Wait, you know my father? Is he okay?
He was here a few months ago. He was on his way to return to you, did he not?
No, he did it a few months ago, but that was when... do you know where he is now?
He said he had something important to do, and he was looking forward to seeing you again.
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. He never came home. That's why I'm out here. I'm here looking for him.
What?
He left one morning to investigate a concern, but he never came back. Do you know something about where he is?
Shh. As you begin to express this very loudly, she shushes you and looks around, and all of a sudden, all of the joy, everybody's still having fun, but all of a sudden, you're aware that there's something a little tense in her demeanor. Maybe not here. I'll tell you what, I am the owner of the Apples Glow Tavern, right over there, and she points about 180 feet away. There's a beautiful tavern with a large russet apple on its sign. If you come visit me, I am happy to tell you more, but maybe here isn't the best place in public. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Of course. Whenever you're ready, take your time and try not to be too conspicuous, dear.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And then, as immediately as she started the conversation, she stands up and she just saunters away.
Feyre reaches her hand out and is about to say something else, but she stops herself and looks back towards her to-be-drunk new friends and waits for them.
All right, as we transition the lens back over to the three, you know I'm gonna need some Constitution saving throws for this first round.
Absolutely.
We're starting with a nice apple cider. It tastes sweet going down. Go ahead and roll me some Constitution saving throws. Easy DC on this one. We just need a 10 or above.
Woo!
Roxie rolled.
Sally rolled
All right.
22.
17
Oops,
for
sorry.
Rio.
Okay, you ladies and theys are absolutely crushing it. Doing a great job. You guys notice the big old farmer that was giving Rio a hard time, just absolutely drinks this, has already been at a few drinks, just falls over backwards and starts snoring in the middle of this cider.
He can't
Can't handle anything. He's already out. Next round, you see now what the main purpose or the competition of this event is. For there is this long line of townsfolk and individuals such as yourselves visiting for the Noren Fair. However, across the way, almost in a school teacher desk, is a large giant who you see is next to a sign that reads, Gorbo and Sorbo, the wondrous drinking Goliath. And it is the talking rat as well who is egging people on and you now realize that the agreement that you didn't really care about beforehand, but the agreement is whoever can beat Gorbo the Goliath at drinking actually wins the prize. And Sorbo's acting as a bit of a referee, running around as the old man falls, just to make sure he doesn't choke on any alcohol as he's snoring. Sorbo seems to be a trained professional. Next up, we have a very delicious, rich, nutmeg-tasting beer. I'm gonna need Constitution saving throws. Your DC is 12.
Roxie rolled a 4.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Rio rolled a 16.
Okay.
Sally rolled a 24.
Oh my god, Sally.
And are any of these natural 20s?
No.
No.
Okay, just making sure if something special happens if you roll a natural 20.
Oh!
If you, however, I do believe it was Roxie that just rolled something
It was
rather
Roxie. It was Roxie who rolled a 4.
low. Roxie, you drink, and here's the thing. You did grow up in a circus, that's absolutely sure, but your parents did try to stop you from drinking too much alcohol in one go. So, with this second drink, you're not feeling so good, and you can't finish it, and you start to turn a weird, sick green color before Sorbo the rat runs over and casts Lesser Restoration on you. You're out, but good try, good try.
I go and scratch under Zorbo's chin. Oh, you're such a good boy.
Hey, consent. Anyway, and he runs off.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Runs off.
And Roxie is gonna saunter off the stage and go find Feyre and lay down on the ground next to her. Not even on the bench, it's just on the ground.
An excellent choice. Now we just have 2 individuals left. However, I will say already people are starting to fall fast. Rio and Sally, you only have about 10 to 12 competitors, but of course, they almost don't matter. What really matters is can you stay in it long enough to defeat Gorbo? It is now another Constitution saving throw. This drink coming forward is a richer bit of a almost vodka, but more martini land, and it's more of a green apple martini. I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw. The DC increases to 14.
I just want to say, I want to drink all of these IRL.
I know, they all sound real good right about now.
Sally rolled a 10 total.
All right.
Yeah.
Rio rolled a 14.
What did Rio roll?
14.
14 is the DC. You squeak through. Sally, there's, for maybe the first time in your life, there is a little bit more color to your cheeks than normal, but that's probably not a good thing. And, you just about spray the ground a little bit before Sorbo runs up, ever faithful. All right. Little bit too much color on those cheeks. Go ahead and take a seat.
Thank you, evil
Oh
minion.
boy.
You did so good, Sally. You did so good.
Oh my
Oh
god.
boy. Yep, go sit down. You're gonna regret this tomorrow. All right. Rio, it is you and 2 other individuals and Gorbo.
Let's go, Rio!
DC 16, Constitution saving throw.
You got this,
Hope
Rio.
ladies and things. Woo. 18.
18, you're still in it. This drink coming before you happens to be almost a straight whiskey, this one flavored with a little bit of watermelon, which is a very rare fruit in this part of the country. However, Noren does quite a good job with very, very unique fruits and vegetables. Watermelon flavored whiskey comes your way. You drink it, not a problem in the world. You do feel a little bit of a sting, but you're still in it. The individuals around you are all gone. They all tap out at this point. It is just you and Gorbo. This is going to be our final roll. It will be our most difficult between you and Gorbo, and I'm actually going to roll for this individual. He has quite a high constitution. You are trying to beat
Come on.
a 20.
Ooh, come on, baby. Give me something. Ah, fuck. I only got a 16.
Oh no!
Here's the fascinating thing. As Gorbo looks at you, dead red eyes, a big goofy smile on his face, but otherwise expressionless, He looks at you, raises the glass. What you now see is straight vodka. Raises it to you, and you both begin to drink. Almost simultaneously, both of you spit and spew across the table, unable to finish these almost 3 shots worth of vodka in a straight drink. However, legend says that Gorbo was the first one to spew, and Sorbo seems to agree with legend as he runs over to you and attempts to raise your arm, but you have to assist him as he's just a 1-foot-tall rat. Ladies and gentlemen, the new crowned victor of this competition is... What's your name again?
Rio Styx!
Rio! And the entire group of individuals and the entire city itself cheers and claps. Yeah! Rio, let's go! Woo!
That's our goal!
Rio passes out on her back.
Oh no, we can't have that. Rio casts Lesser Restoration on you. You are back. And then he leans over you and says, hey, don't go spreading this around because we don't like too many people to know in case we get too poor. But we are doing quite well. Here's a little pot for your trouble. And he hands you 10 gold pieces.
Wow! I got money!
Money!
What?
Yeah, keep
Thank
that
you,
down
Mr.
low.
Rat!
My name's Sorbo.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sorbo. I will remember this forever.
Please,
now, how much
Mr.
alcohol can I buy with 10 gold?
A lot. Hey, Mr. Sorbo was my father. Just Sorbo.
Sorbo. Got it.
That's perfect. It's perfect.
I love Sorbo. How much alcohol can I buy with...
Rio saunters off, showing off the gold to her friends.
You now have the run of the fair. You know the different events that are going on. There are different magic shows on the side. There is the famous Lorelin the Legendary as a sideshow as well. And of course, later this evening, we're still in the afternoon, but later this evening is the show, the Conrad the Incredible Circus. That is a giant performance that everybody will attend. But for now, how would you like to occupy your time? And while you're discussing that, I really quickly need to run to the restroom, so I'll be right back. Is everybody back and ready to go?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
we forgot to talk about what we're doing next.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now's a great time then. You have the entire Noren Fair and a couple hours to kill. What would you guys like to do first? Of course, there's also the city of Noren itself with the Apples Glow Tavern with Jorla, the female bugbear. There's so many different sights to see. What would you like to do first?
Without giving away too much information, Feyre's gonna look at her friends and say, hey, could we go to the Apples Glow Tavern first? Or maybe I can just go and you guys can go off and have fun. I don't want to, weigh you down.
Oh, yeah! Roxie jumps up and leans against Feyre. Yes, perfect idea, because I am starving.
All right. And then I guess we head towards the Apples Glow Tavern.
You guys all head towards the Apples Glow Tavern. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this from potentially a historical museum, but there are several children playing the hoop game where they roll the wooden circle with the stick. They run by
I've done
you.
that before.
It is an absolute joyful presence here. There are children laughing everywhere. Only the sense of a small farm community that could make this much happiness come all together. You guys make your way across this open field in the middle of the city to the Apples Glow Tavern, stepping in. Not a lot of customers here today. Most of them are out enjoying the circus itself and playing the different games there and enjoying the different performances and being wowed and wondered, or being in the different harvest competitions, whether that's the livestock competitions or the vegetable competitions that will be ongoing throughout the rest of the evening. However, with that said, there are still quite a few people here, most of them here for meals, as of course a circus doesn't usually have a lot of fare in meals itself. So it is quite crowded, but definitely enough room for you all to grab a table. Feyre, you immediately notice that Jorla is helping a lot of individuals, but immediately notices you as you walk in. And there is an open booth about 20 feet in to the right, if you all would like to make your way there.
Yeah. Let's go sit down.
Okay.
Yes.
You guys all head over and sit down. You give it a couple minutes for Jorla to finish serving up somebody at the bar. She comes over to you. Well, hello everyone. Yes, what can I get you all?
What do you got to drink? I am thirsty.
What do you have to eat? I am literally
Oh,
so starving.
goodness. Yes,
What is the most sinister thing on the menu?
coffee for you. I'll tell you what. I have quite a few meal options. Now, do we want something a little bit more robust or a little bit lighter fare?
I just want food.
Okay,
I'll
all
have
right.
something lighter.
Lighter? How about maybe a bit of a fish and vegetable medley?
Yes, Jorla, that sounds great.
Wonderful. All right, I'll be right back. And she steps away. She gives you roll a perception check for me, Feyre.
That would be freaking 8.
Okay. She's looking at you weird, but you don't really know what she's trying to communicate. And she steps away. It's a very busy tavern. Jorla also has a couple individuals that work as servers under her, as well as a couple cooks in the back room. She is busy making you guys different drinks. You guys have this moment to talk if there's anything you want to talk about for a couple minutes.
So, how are we liking the fair so far?
It's fun.
Oh, the room is spinning.
This reminds me of my home, and it is just so nostalgic.
Oh man, I never had any of this growing up.
What's your home like?
Where'd you grow up?
Yeah.
Well, I grew up, it's a smaller village called Shieldfell. I grew up with my father and I and other wood elves like me. But I've never been outside of Shieldfell before, so this is like crazy new to me, and I'm really glad that I met you guys here as my first day out.
Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, isn't she just so sweet, you guys?
Wow, that is so cool. This is also my first time in town. It's cool to meet other people who are new to here.
I give her a nice pat on the back.
You see Rio kick her feet up on the table and kind of lean back in her chair. I've been to many places before, but this is the first time I've been here, and I'm loving it so far. The drinks are good. You get free money if you beat a Goliath. I love it.
Oh, you were amazing over there.
See, my circus, it might be just a little bit cooler than this, but I'll say the food seems a lot better than my old circus fair.
What'd you eat?
What was your circus like?
See, my old ringmaster was kind of, how should I say this lightly? A jackass, but he was really strict when it came to our performers' diets, so he never gave us like fried food like what we saw coming in, but I'm excited.
Fried food is the best thing to cure a hangover.
But fried foods are all so evil.
I swear my old boss has to be evil of some kind. He has like no taste whatsoever.
Oh my gosh, tasteless evil is the most boring kind. You gotta have flair.
You're all about evil, aren't you?
Yeah. No, I'm just I'm trying to figure out my own style, you know? Look, there's nothing worse than being derivative, you know?
Yeah.
So you just have to
get
make
that.
sure you got your pizzazz, and you have to make sure you have your own, your own way of doing things. That's why I'm here, really. You know, you guys have cool style. I feel like I could learn a lot from you. Why is the room so
I
nice?
could teach you so many songs.
Oh my gosh.
You know, Sally, you've got a really cool style already.
You can summon a puppy anytime you want.
You guys are the sweetest. Oh my gosh. I mean, this isn't, I don't know. The stuff that I've been doing isn't that original where I come from.
Really? I've never seen
Yeah.
anything like it.
Me either.
Oh. Well, hey, if you guys have, I don't know. If we ever have time, I'd totally love to show you my hometown. It's just full of stuff like that.
Ooh, I am so
Yeah.
down.
Go ahead, before the food comes out, which it is about to step its way from the kitchen to your tables. But before that happens, I would like everyone but Sally to go ahead and roll a history or religion check, whatever you're higher on.
History 1, my religion. Not even so it'll it won't matter.
Yeah, mine are the same too. Okay.
Roxie rolled an 18.
I got an 18 as well.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hang on.
Okay.
I dropped my dice.
Oh no.
How dare you drop this sacred holy symbol?
Hey, I got slippery wet hands. That's how it is, babe.
That is true.
Oh God.
That's what it says on my Tinder profile.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like I said, Rio ain't the sharpest tool in the shed, so she rolled a 3.
Oh my god.
Okay. None of you have rolled high enough to pass the
wow.
DC, so we move on with our lives as Jorla comes out herself. Interesting to note that I don't think anybody would pay attention to this except Feyre, but interesting to note that for the rest of the orders, it has been the various servers that have taken the food and drink out to the various customers at the tables. Jorla herself delivers this, as she brings a platter with several different drinks and, most importantly, coffee for Sally. Here you go, dear.
Oh, thank you.
Also, places different foods. Those of you who would be paying attention, and I don't think any of you, do you guys have your wisdom scores for me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where do I look
What
at
are
that?
they?
Where do I look for that?
It's your stats.
Oh, my stats? Okay.
Mine's a 15.
Okay.
Roxy's is
no.
13.
Okay.
Sally's is an 8.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Sally's is an 8?
Rio is a 16.
Okay. So, important to note, as Jorla is finishing handing out these drinks, Rio and Feyre, you are the only two that notice. Jorla is quite a big creature and maybe not the most graceful. However, it is distinctly obvious that as she has finished handing out all of the food and drink except for Feyre's food, have you ever seen a badly faked trip?
Yeah.
Jorla fakes tripping poorly, just enough that the two of you notice it's definitely fake, and throws the fish and sauce and vegetables all over Feyre's front. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please, just come with me. I'll be happily clean you up in the back.
Wait,
Rio
Rio can do shape water, so she's just gonna go ahead and splash Feyre with some shape water.
Oh no.
And now, not only do you
wet.
have sauce and
Oh my
vegetables and
God.
fish, you are also soaked.
Okay.
Because the sauce is not water-based.
Jorla, you said he had a towel in the back?
Yes, please, just follow me. Oh, I'll bring your friend right back, all right?
Feyre gets up and go ahead and she follows Jorla.
Okay, so Feyre and Jorla make their way to the back. The rest of you stay seated at your table.
Oh yes, I'm sipping.
Yes.
I'm taking little baby
Actually,
sips of the
actually,
coffee.
you know what?
Because I've never had it before.
Perfect.
You know what? Since you said Rio can tell it was a fake trick, Rio's curious, so she's gonna sneakily just follow behind the two just to see what's going on.
You know I'm gonna ask for a stealth check.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Where's my?
And Roxy's just chowing down on the food.
Not again! I keep breaking the thing. Oh, hold on, wait. Oh, 20. Not a nat 20, but a 20.
Hell yeah.
A dirty 20, all right. So no one's noticing this right now. As Rio slips away for a moment, Jorla almost pulls you, Feyre, into a back hallway that leads to the washrooms, but also the kitchen door swinging. I'm so sorry, dear. Are you all right? That wasn't too hot, right? I tried to cool it down before I threw it on you.
You're fine. You threw it on me on purpose, right?
Yes. My apologies for that. I needed a moment to talk to you alone, without anybody watching. And as somebody at this moment, somebody comes walking out of the washroom. This large hulking figure, not the Goliath from earlier, but seems to be some sort of half-orc maybe, steps its way through. Friendly, just a townsfolk, and she immediately stops talking to you, takes a towel that she had prepped in the corner and begins wiping you down. Oh, I'm sorry, dear, I didn't mean to spill this on you, and just continues to talk nothings to you as this individual passes. As soon as the individual's gone.
No, it's fine.
I'm so sorry. It's so good to see you. Your father said so much about you.
Yes, so you know my father.
Yes, Alden and I were dear friends. I don't have much time, all right? So I need you to listen carefully.
Oh, okay.
Your father thought that somewhere within a few miles of this city, something dark was happening, something that was urging the orcs to attack your village of Shieldfell, but there was something larger even than that going on, and he was trying with a few friends to determine what it was. He came through here with the troop that he left with. He was trying to discover the source of the attacks. He went missing a few days after he was here.
Did he leave anything behind? Any clues? Any notes? Anything?
He just said he was close, and he was going to a neighboring village. What was the name of it? It's the one right up north of here. Torstflow.
Torstflow?
He was going to Torstflow. Yes.
And this, how long ago was this?
This was a couple months ago.
A couple of months ago? Do you think there's a chance he's still in Torstflow now?
I don't think he ever made it there. I've asked a couple of friends to check, and they've never even heard of Alden. I don't think he made it to Torstflow. Somewhere within a few miles of this city. I think your father was right. I think somewhere here, near here, was the root of the problems.
And do you think whatever dark power he was looking for took him?
I can only assume. I have found nothing. No sign of a conflict. No sign of a skirmish. Nothing. He has disappeared off of the map. And your father was a mighty warrior. It can't be. Your father would not just die like a dog lying down.
No, he wouldn't. He would do what it takes to figure out the source of this magic. Does anyone here in Noren know what's going on?
No, that was why no one would take him seriously. Noren has forever been peaceful. We don't even have a guard at the city because nobody would bother attacking us. We're not a rich community. We just have crops and happiness and people. Nobody would take him seriously except me because I was a good friend. And when he shared the little bit of evidence, the sightings of different orc parties running this direction or in this general area within miles of it, he took that to mean they were somewhere near here.
And he said he was going to Torstflow, right? To discover whatever it is behind this?
Yes, he said he didn't see anything within the few miles of the city here like he thought it was, so he was going to head to Torstflow to see if maybe he was off by a little bit. Torstflow's maybe 30 miles to the north. But, well, okay, but I am one of your father's oldest friends, and I don't think you are old enough for this, especially without some guards from your father's camp.
I have to go. He's my father. He was there for me when nobody else was. I need him, and he needs me. I'm going.
Roll a persuasion check.
This is so good.
Oh, I got 11.
11 total?
Yeah, 11 total. I don't got any bonuses on that.
Well, I respect that you are as stubborn, if not more stubborn than your father, and equally stubborn to your mother. All right. Then take this, and she reaches around her neck and pulls off a chain and hands it to you, and it's this beautiful, circular symbol that looks to be the veins of a leaf, but solidified, so even though it's as thin as a broken leaf, it does not break or bend at all. You may add to your inventory, and it does require attunement, so you will have to take an hour to attune to this item, but you now have a periapt of wound closure. So you can go ahead and Google that and then add that to your inventory. What that does is while you wear the pendant and are attuned to it, whenever you die, whenever you are down to death saving throws, instead of rolling your first saving throw, You are instead stabilized at 0 hit points.
Oh, sick! Let's go! Okay.
Amazing.
So
Um,
cool. Let's go.
And
Keep the baby safe.
whenever you're rolling to regain hit points in a short rest, it doubles the number of hit points you restore off of
Oh
your
my
roll.
gosh. Okay. Awesome. Add this to my inventory. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
All right. I look up at her and I'd say, thank you. It means a lot.
Your father, if he's not dead already, would absolutely kill me if I let anything happen to you.
He's not.
I don't believe so either, and I think you're right. Just keep in contact and be safe. And if you need any help, I'm not a fighter. I'm more of brains than bronze. But if you need help, I've got big old claws.
I really appreciate your help, Jorla. And my father was very fortunate to know you. And I am now too.
Said like a true future leader of your people.
Thank you. I try my best.
Now, go before your friends are suspicious.
Yes. Thank you, Jorla. And I quickly head back towards the group.
Okay, Feyre returns to you all with slightly less stains than before.
Hi, guys.
You see Rio staring at you intensely.
Oh yeah, you were there the whole time. I totally forgot.
Rio is like, you see Rio is somewhat serious and just staring you down.
Oh yeah, you run into Rio before you make it back to the table.
Oh, hi, Rio. Were you going to the washroom or?
No, I was honestly listening to your conversation.
Oh, you. Oh, you.
I figured that would make everyone laugh.
Oh, you heard everything?
Yeah,
Well,
I heard all your conversation.
then you know why I'm here.
I can already tell you your dad's not there.
Well, what makes you say that?
I'm from Torstflow.
You're from Torsflow?
Yep.
Wait, do you know anything then about any dark entity or dark powers that could have been resonating in Torsflow?
I can guarantee you that's not the case. But I will say this, you and I are pretty similar in a way.
Feyre stays quiet. She thinks for a second. Do you have any idea where he would be?
I'm sorry, but I haven't heard your father ever entering my town. I would know. The Weeping Rock knows everything.
I don't know what a weeping rock is, but
It's my monastery. My aunt runs the monastery there. You see, Feyre, actually, the reason why I say we're similar is because I'm also looking for somebody.
have you lost someone close to you as well?
One of my aunt's pupils. She sent me to look for her. Her name's Jessie Lockley.
Well, maybe we can help each other, you know? Maybe while I look for my father, we can look for Jessie?
I would like that, honestly.
All right, sounds like a plan then.
Rio grabs you by your shoulder and gives you a firm squeeze, like of reassurance.
Oh, I hug her back.
You take a hit point of damage as the monk is a little too strong.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I in mild pain I go, thank you, Rio.
I love this so much.
Well, you see Rio, just kind of push her off a little bit and then changes gears again. All right, let's go eat and drink. I'm starving.
Okay, they go back to the seat.
You guys head back. Roxie is still chowing down. Roxie, break me off a piece. Listen, the fish, we're in medieval times. The fish is gonna come with its head attached. Do you take a big old bite of the head?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the most delicious part. Crunch. You guys get back to the table as Roxie finishes eating the entirety of the fish. Giant mouthful of head with eyeballs and all just swallowed down the hatch. Sally, you were doing pretty well with the coffee and feeling a little better until that happened. I'm gonna need a Constitution saving throw from you.
No. Oh my god. It's a 7.
Stop.
Sally, I got bad news for you. You guys get back to the table, and the coffee you were drinking now has a little bit of spit up in it as you regurgitate back into the cup.
Whoa.
Roxie with her mouth full. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. You look like you're enjoying that fish head. Are those common around here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, and they have 2 eyes? Whoa. That's just, I was fine when you ate the first eye, but then the second one just kind of popped, really. Ooh.
Roxie swallows the bite that she's eating. Wait, do fish where you're from not have 2 eyes?
Oh, they're called fish. Well, I've seen things like it, but yeah, no, they usually have 1 or like 1,000,000.
What kind of fish are you eating?
Oh, we don't eat them. You don't eat them? No. They eat you.
I want to go to your hometown so much more now.
They eat you?
Yeah, well, if you're not careful. But what is this drink called again? It's dark and very bitter, and it really reminds me of my mother.
It's coffee! It's coffee. I love coffee.
I take out my grimoire and I scribble down the entire wrong spelling for coffee, but it's like K-A-W. Coffee.
Coffee. It's that thing with the coffee.
Coffee is so much better when you add milk and sugar. I know.
And sugar.
Trust me.
But doesn't that make it less dark and bitter?
Yeah, but it's tastier.
No. The unadulterated darkness, like the pits of the abyss, and the bitterness, like the heart of an old withered and vengeful ghost. That's what makes this drink. It's wonderful.
So black coffee is your forte.
Of course you would like black coffee. It goes with your aesthetic.
Welcome back, by the way. Welcome.
Hi, yes,
thank you.
We're
Welcome
back.
back, you guys.
We're back.
Yeah, hi guys.
All right. I'm glad you got all cleaned
Oh,
up.
yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Accidents happen.
You look good still.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, you look cleaned up, but are you feeling okay? You look like you've seen a ghost. And I would know. I've seen many ghosts.
No. I'm fine. It just kind of spooked me when it got all spilled on me and in the water. It was a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good.
I think I heard her when I hugged her earlier. She looks kind of pale.
You are not helping, Rio.
I'm just saying, they asked for the truth, I told them the truth. That's what my mom's always said about me.
Feyre goes ahead and she takes a bite of the food that she can. Oh no! The food got spilled all over me. Did I order any more food, or do I not get to eat anything?
No, but as you take this this realization of, oh shit, there's no food, another waiter comes over with a fresh plate, and you, as he sets it down, Joyla, with her compliments, also wanted to give you all a round of dessert, and as an apology for spilling the food on you earlier. And he holds out these beautiful slices of apple pie with fresh cream on top.
Oh, that smells so good.
Ooh.
Thank you.
All right, tell her we said thank you.
Absolutely, my pleasure. My name's Caleb, by the way.
Hi.
I don't think I've met any of you before.
Hi, Caleb. I'm Feyre.
Hi, Feyre.
I'm Roxie.
Hi, Roxie.
I'm Sally.
Hi, Sally.
I'm Rio.
Rio, lovely to. Oh, wow. You are intimidating in the best way. I'm always a fan of powerful women. Yeah, my name's Caleb. I am one of the waiters here, but I'm looking at starting my own place one day. Jorla's kind of training me up how to make my own drinks and stuff. I've got a nice elderberry currant wine that I'm pretty proud of. But if you have any questions or just want to be shown around town later, I'd be happy to show you around. Go ahead and roll an insight check for me, everybody.
Okay. I got a dirty 20.
I got a 4.
I got a 17.
Rio rolled a 15.
Roxie got a
Okay.
4 again.
So,
Oh,
Roxie, Roxie, the food's pretty good, and the pie's even better. So, all right. So for anybody 10 or above, because this is not hard, because Caleb is not a very tactful individual, young gentleman. He's kind of starstruck with y'all. there's a lot of admiration and maybe a little bit of crushing going on, but mostly you can tell he thinks you guys are kind of the coolest thing ever and really wants to be your friend. And so that's kind of where we're sitting at with Caleb. But of course, in the future, this is also a good practice. If you ever have questions about characters, what they mean behind something, or if they're telling the truth, you can just ask to roll an insight check, and you may gain a little bit more insight into what they're thinking or trying to accomplish.
Love it.
I forgot about that. Right.
I was gonna ask with my dirty 20 insight, who's he crushing on?
I'm gonna be honest, kind of all, but definitely really admiring the muscles on Rio.
Yeah.
That's probably where Caleb's leaning currently.
I just tucked that knowledge away in the back of the old evil noggin.
Ooh, love you, Caleb.
Yes. Oh, so glad I described her like that, because honestly, I've wanted to do this forever.
Caleb kind of blushes a little bit and walks away, having delivered you all your apple pie with cream. It is up to you what you all do next as you're finishing your pie and afterwards.
Rio.
Rio's munching on her pie. Yeah, what's up?
That Caleb guy wants to be your minion.
A what?
A minion, like someone who's devoted to you
we're going
and
that route.
follows your every whim.
Okay, what I think Sally is trying to say is we think Caleb is interested in you.
Yeah, he was so checking out your muscles.
Oh, you mean these? And she's like flexing her guns.
Roxie goes and touches it. Dude, you're ripped.
I know.
He's absolutely in awe of your power.
If he wants my muscles, I can recommend him to come join me at the Weeping Rock Monastery. Auntie will definitely help him out. He looks kind of skinny.
Are you gonna ask him out? Is that what this is?
I'll ask him if he's interested on getting tough.
Oh God, David, that laugh.
Oh God, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I did not know how Rio was gonna play out, but I'm so happy with how I'm doing.
I love her
yeah.
so much.
Just phrasing. That's all, phrasing. But you are correct that Caleb is indeed a rather almost sickly thin, red freckles, shock of red hair individual. So he could probably use a little toughening up.
Go ask him.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go ask him. And you see Rio just storm off. to
Yes,
find Caleb.
yes, recruit your minions.
Oh God.
You got this.
All right, you head over. We're jumping there next.
Hey, question: How tall is Caleb?
About 5'6".
Sweet.
So Caleb's serving a group, and he's pouring water. And as you come over, you're quite a big presence, and you're not trying to hide or anything. As he's pouring water, and he notices you coming over, you visibly watch the boy's hands start to shake a little bit, and he spills a little water, and then ignores the table he's serving and just turns and looks at you. Oh, hi. Yeah. Hi. Hi.
You spilled water.
Oh, you're right. And this whole time he's just been pouring it onto the floor, not even paying attention. He stops and, yeah, hi.
Is that all you can say?
No, hi. Yeah. What was your name? You have a nice face. What?
My name's Rio.
Hi, Rio. Nice to meet you.
You see Rio as she's talking to Caleb, just shape the water just to help him out.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, what can I do? Did you need something at the table? Also, weird to say nice to meet you. I already met you. Yeah, maybe something I can do?
Oh,
yep.
Well, my lady friends and they friends over there, they were telling me you kept staring at me, so I just wanted to know, do you want to get buff like me?
Oh!
You just see.
So he has red hair, right? His face is now the color of his hair. You can tell he really wants to say something, but just roll a perception check for me, Rio.
Get bad. This is so fun. Get bad. Rio unfortunately rolled an 8.
Okay, so you continue speaking then.
Rio kind of bends down to his face. You're looking kind of red, buddy. Do you want some water? I can touch you.
Oh my God.
It's at this moment, after you say, I can touch you, You realize a little too late, he stopped breathing about 30 seconds ago and falls backwards, just absolutely planks down into the ground and passes out.
Rio kind of puts her, like, finger to her lip, like a thinking position again, and she's like, oh, that's probably not good. Hey, I think I need a medic over here. I think the kid's dead.
Jorla comes rushing over. What happened? Is he all right? Did he slip?
Well, he was just staring at me as I was talking to him, and then he kind of stopped breathing. I was just asking him questions, but all he could say was hi, and then no, and then nice to meet you. And then he said my face looked good.
All right. Well, it had to happen someday.
What?
And then he picks him up and just carries him to the kitchen.
Someday.
Bye, Caleb. I'll talk to you later.
Caleb is now passed out and being attended to by Jorla, and everybody's kind of laughing and giving smirks around the room, and you guys are returned to your meal.
I sit back down and I look at the girls. He didn't want anything to do with me. He didn't even say anything. You guys lied.
You just see Roxie has her head on the table with her arms around her, just laughing hysterically.
Did we see that? Did we see all of that?
Oh, you saw the whole thing.
We did. Okay.
Roxie is just dying. She cannot contain herself. She can't even breathe.
There goes Rio. I think you charmed him a little too hard. Look at you go.
Yeah, I think you might have intimidated him a little bit too deeply.
Rio gives like a very disturbed look, but I don't know magic.
Oh,
I don't know
charmed,
that spell.
as in it's a figure of speech. Like, you made him so flustered that he passed out.
He needs some endurance training. He needs to really come to the Weeping Rock.
I'm just gonna take a little sidebar just as a person right now. So that interaction was absolutely based off of real life. The first time that I asked a girl out, I was so nervous. I had never asked a girl out before. I was 17 years old, and I almost passed out because I stopped breathing while I was talking to her.
Oh, David, it's so cute, though.
Back when I was a wee babe.
Adorable.
I know. So
Oh
that's
my god.
so that's kind of my little self-insertion into the game. I did not pass out though.
This NPC hits home
okay,
too
I
hard.
loved that. That was everything to me.
You just
Yep. I like literally had to stop talking to her because I could not breathe anymore. I had stopped breathing.
Cutest thing ever.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but 16 to 19-year-old David had no game whatsoever, but his intentions were pure. Anyway, moving on. What you guys have the entire rest of your evening open to you? What do you guys do?
It's the evening, right? Isn't there a circus show going on in the evening?
There is in about an hour. You still have about an hour left.
What should we do before the show, guys?
well, if you guys don't have anything urgent, I was actually looking for someone at the circus.
Oh, you were? Okay, let's go find them. Who are they?
You hear out Rio say, "Oh, you're looking for someone too?"
Wait,
Are,
all of you
are
guys
you?
are looking for someone?
Oh,
Are we all looking for the same person?
I doubt it's the same person.
Yeah, she's looking for somebody
yeah.
else. I'm looking for somebody.
Well, I'm looking for Lorland the Legendary.
Lorland the Legendary. Who's that?
Well, he's a wizard, and I think he might be able to help me on my, I guess you could say, personal development quest.
Right. Yeah. Well, do y'all want to go look for him then? Let's go.
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Yes. Well, first, I mean, who are you looking for? If you're not looking, oh right, you weren't becoming a villain, so yes, you're definitely not looking for Lorland.
No.
But who are you looking for? I could keep an eye out for them.
I wasn't really gonna talk about it and, ruin y'all's night, but, I'm actually looking for my father. And I just happened to stumble into this town on my way.
Oh no! Was he taken by some sort of beast? Did he run away from responsibility?
Actually, you may know something about this. You're familiar with, dark magic and such?
Oh yes! I come from a long, long line of it.
Do you know of any recent history of dark magic possibly possessing people? Like orcs, to be specific?
All the time, but I'm not sure here. History check.
Roll a history check.
That's a natural 2 for a total of 1.
No.
That would be, nope.
No. Well, worth a shot.
Well, dark magic possessing people happens all the time where I'm from. But I'm actually new here, so I'm not really sure if I can help you there. I'm sorry.
It's all right. But yeah, I was here looking for my father, and it's not my place to speak for Rio.
Rio loudly says, I'm looking for my friend Jessie. My aunt's looking for her. Have you heard of her?
Can't say I've heard of a Jessie, but all right, I'll keep an eye out for your father and Jessie.
Got it.
Go ahead and roll a history check, Sally.
Oh, okay. Another one. That is 9.
Moving on with our lives. You guys are gonna go see Lorland, is that right?
Yes, seeking out Lorland the legendary wizard at the traveling circus of Conrad.
Want to get buff in your brain and muscles? Hi, I'm Rio Styx, a proud member of the Weeping Rock Monastery. If you want to be like me, then head on over to Torsflow and become a member today. New members get a month's supply of whiskey and G Fuel as an added bonus.
All right. You all make your way out of the large swinging wooden doors of the glowing apple, I think is the name I gave it. 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yep, the apple's glow. I was so close. You make your way out of the apple's glow, and about 200 feet away are the various smaller tents next to the main attraction, the large circus tent. One of these, as you walk through them, has a top hat with a elegant wand made out of thorns that describes itself as the lair of Lorland the Legendary. It is a very small tent, and it looks like there is a faint incense smoke coming out of it. What do you do?
A lair. Oh, this has to be the right place. I rush towards it. Make a straight beeline.
Okay, and I follow behind her.
I follow suit as well.
Same.
All right, you make your way over, and you all step through the tent, and in front of you is a box. Looks like a very simple coffin, and there are benches around in a circle in this small tent. It's only about 20 by 30 feet wide, and the flap tent is open. That is the only light apart from the small embers of 2 incense trays on top of the coffin. A voice, as you all come in and take your seats, emanates softly. Close the flap.
I use Mage Hand and I tug down the flap. You see this like ghostly skeletal green hand kind of float hauntingly over to the flap of the tent and flick it closed.
As you do that, the entire room becomes absolutely dark except for the soft orange glow from the incense, and you hear a voice ever present. I see we have students of the arcane in our midst. Well, allow me to expand your mind. And dramatically stepping out from behind a curtain in the back is a tall figure with a hood and a top hat, and he stands impressively. And it's now that even in the low light, you do see, those of you with a little bit better perception, the robe doesn't quite fit. The top hat is being held on by some extra stitching in the back. Lorland perhaps is not having the finest fashion day in the world, but he stands with the pose that would rival Napoleon's. Welcome, children of the night. I am Lorland the Legendary, and with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Sally immediately steps forward, grimoire in hand, poised to write, says, Lorland the Legendary, nice to meet you. I'm Salazar Fellwen III. I came to ask you about some very specific questions, and I figured you would be the right person to help me because you are, of course, legendary. I thank you for welcoming us to your humble lair.
Of course. Always wonderful to meet a fan. I'll be happy to sign anything you have later, but for now, please return to your seat.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and first names from everyone. We probably don't need as much enthusiasm, but thank you. First names from everyone else.
Hi, I'm Feyre. Sally speaks very great
Wonderful.
of you.
Next.
I'm Roxana. You could call me Roxie.
Perfect, that's all I need. Yes?
Keep it short, call me Rio.
Perfect. You understand the theatrical spirit. Now, I am here today to amaze you all. as he lifts his hands up, and these purple torches are ringing the top ceiling of the tent alight. And now there's this soft flickering lavender glow within. I today am going to animate my great-great-great-grandfather back from the dead, and he will be able to answer 3 questions, any 3 questions of your choice. Is this entertaining for you all?
This is exactly what I came here for.
Perfect. This is a rhetorical question. Next. Now, if you would all remain perfectly quiet, I will begin. And he steps back and tries to lift up his wand, but it gets stuck in the robes, and he has to adjust before the wand can actually come out of the large robes proper. And then he very gingerly levitates one of the incense candles off to the floor next to the coffin, and levitates the other one off to the floor next to the coffin. And then he outstretches his large hands with the robe, and his eyes roll back into his head within the hood. And you see the face now. There are gold teeth, 2 gold front teeth, and a large, dirty black beard, and some really poorly applied black theatrical makeup under the eyes. As he lifts his hands out dramatically and begins to shake them, perhaps too violently, and begins to recite something. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check, anybody who would like to.
Aw, man! It's a 3.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Did anybody get a 15 or above?
Let me roll. I'm gonna roll.
I got a freaking natural 1, so don't even look at me.
Oh my god, I actually got 15.
I got 11. I got 11.
Fucking Rio's the only one who got it with a 15.
Rio, the 3 of your friends are entranced. Now, you've worked with a lot of powerful individuals just from your background, right?
Yes.
A little questionable. You've seen powerful spells cast before. A little questionable about the authenticity of what Lorland is saying right now. But your friends seem entranced, so you roll with it for now. As Lorland outstretches his violently shaking hands. Rise, and the coffin itself begins to quake and crack before it opens on a hinge. Rio, with your Arcana check, just continuing that, perhaps a bit too mechanical to be true Arcana. And 2 skeleton arms quake and rise up steadily and are shaking within the coffin as well. And Lorland continues, I have now summoned my great-great-great-grandfather. You may ask him any 3 questions and he will reply.
How did you become a lich?
Lorland kind of hesitates. He almost stops. He forgets to shake his hands for a moment before continuing with the performance. My great-great-great-grandfather requires clarification about your question.
Well, what were the steps that you took, your great evilness, to become a living, an undead, immortal sorcerer?
There's a pause for a moment, and Lorland cocks his head to one side dramatically. I hear you, grandfather. What message do you have for this young girl? And there's a dramatic pause as his hands continue to shake. My great-great-great-grandfather expresses that he is only brought to life again by the might of Lorland the Legendary, and wishes to express his great love for his great-great-great-grandson.
Oh, well, that wasn't very helpful.
Next question.
Who wants to ask a question? I guess I can go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you go. Faye.
Great, incredible sorcerer, who knows much knowledge. Do you happen to know anything, maybe about, like, magic, dark magic that can possess things?
Because you guys can't hear it on your side of the Discord call, I did just make a roll, okay? I'll just say
okay.
I made a roll.
Okay.
Which, if we were playing in person, you would have seen that and been like, oh, he's making a roll. But anyway.
Oh, God, he's gonna roll.
Lorland stops shaking for a moment and eyes you curiously out of his eyes before he cocks his head again dramatically. Grandfather, what wisdom do you have of dark magic for this young Fey girl? And cocks his head to the other side dramatically and waits, as if listening intently. My great-great-great-grandfather wishes to express to the girl that he has seen many dark things and many terrible acts of good.
What kinds of acts?
Is that your third and final question?
Wait, no. That is not my last question.
I got the last question.
You go for it, Rio.
I walk up and I look the dude in the face, and Rio goes, "So, buddy, how long have you been running this con scam, like this con artist scam?"
A scam?
He keeps shaking, he keeps looking. Do not question the power of Lorland, or you will anger my great-great-grandfather whose spirit is in the room.
Ha! I don't believe that for one bit.
Careful, lest you anger the greater beings.
Rio walks up to the skeleton and just yanks it out of the coffin.
As you yank it out, there are a plethora of wires that are connected to this skeleton, as you see, not even a real skeleton, but this carved version of a skeleton being yanked out, as you also see within different gears and mechanisms that were to animate the skeleton's hands to move and the box to open as you yank it out. How dare you! He gives up all pretense. How dare you defy the sanctuary? Get out now!
Rio grabs the skull and just crushes it, and she says while doing it, "I've seen better birthday party tricks at my place."
Sally steps forward. Shoulders kind of slumped downwards, head angled below so you can't really see her expression. She kind of stumbles up towards Lorland. And then her head snaps up and she says, "This was all a trick?"
No refunds! And he turns around and runs out the back curtain.
Oh no, you do. Sally uses 2 sorcery points to cast darkness on this 10.
Oh,
Damn! Let's go, Sally!
Oh,
and you all watch now as we see the first real display of large magic from what are a collection of very powerful individuals who have not really flexed their capabilities at this moment. As Sally reaches out her hand in this sudden wave motion, the purple lavender flames around all whoosh towards her, and you all hear this thunder crack as darkness encompasses you all. Unless you can see through magical darkness at this point, you are blind.
Oh
no.
So currently, if I'm correct, I'm the only person who can see right now, because as my Eyes of the Dark feature says that I can cast, if I cast darkness with sorcery points, I can see through it.
That is correct. You are the only one that can see as far as you are aware.
Okay.
That's
I
sick.
stalk towards Lorland, and with just one hand, I grab him by the back of the neck and I say, "If you are not Lorland, the legendary wizard, who are you, and where is the wizard?"
Look, it's just an act, okay? I'm just here to make money.
It was all a lie. There's no. You're telling me there's nobody here who knows advanced magic.
No, I'm in a circus. What do you want from me?
But the man who told us about this place, what was it though? The one who put us on a roller coaster.
Guy.
Telly.
Yeah.
The wizard clown.
Have you never heard of the theater before?
You don't work any real magic here.
Okay. No. That's harsh. I do know some real magic. It's just more of the... Did you know that telling stories is actually a form of magic?
Oh, boo.
Hey! I can't seek you, but I'm still offended.
I cannot believe that this entire trip here was a waste of time. What? How? I can't return home like this. What? You! And Sally just throws him to the side and storms out of the tent, just kind of pulling the darkness kind of follows her a little bit as it billows out of the tent kind of like dispersing fog, so like you guys kind of see
Yeah.
light again. Sally doesn't go far. She's just standing outside the outside the tent, just like glaring intently at the ground with like this deep scowl.
You guys all walk out as the darkness dissipates, and Sally is standing there, and you guys all step out and see her shaking with rage, literally.
I go up to Sally and I touch her shoulder. Sally? I'm sorry, are you okay?
Ah,
Sorry, I didn't mean to spook you.
no, it's fine. Well, I guess I'm not that. No, it's okay. It's like I guess I should have. I didn't know it was gonna be a trick. I came here thinking that I really had a lead on something. You know, I was supposed to come here and make a big breakthrough, and I was gonna go home and I was gonna be like, hey, I figured something out, and I don't, you know, I can make something. I don't know. How am I supposed to go home now? I can't really. How am I supposed to face my mom?
Well, from the way I see it, you don't need some fake wizard man to tell you who you are and what you can do. You're incredible. Did you see what you just cast in there? That's so much better than what he was doing.
Yeah, I thought I lost my sight for a second.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry about that, guys. I forgot that other people can't see in that when I do that. No, but it's just, he was supposed to know so much more. I've been trying to figure out how to follow in my great, that's 7 greats grandfather's footsteps for so long. It's been like a whole family quest for me, and I thought I was onto something. But now it just turns out I'm just like everybody else who failed.
Bing, 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 bing. As stepping out from the large circus tent, come one, come all to Conrad the Great Circus, now starting in just 5 minutes. Step on up with your tickets.
That is not
Hey,
true.
you haven't failed yet. You haven't failed anything yet. There's still so much you can do. Who says you need this guy?
Exactly.
Yeah, like what Rio said. What if he just stole this guy's name? It happens all the time in showbiz.
I mean, I guess with my quest derailed, I don't have anything better to do, but you know what? You're right. I don't really know how things work here, but if it's true that he probably stole the legendary wizard's name, I guess that's still kind of a lead. Yeah, okay. Things aren't so bad. I can still become a lich. This is gonna be fine. Yeah, let's go see that show. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to be a downer.
Hey, come on, Sally, this'll cheer you up. How about we go watch the show?
Hey, I need the 3 of you to roll a Arcana check or History check, as Sally just casually says, I can still become a lich.
As in, like, Feyre, Roxie, and Rio? Or Feyre, Roxie, and or whoever?
Everybody except for Sally.
Okay, cool.
Roxie rolled a 14.
Rio rolled a 15.
Feyre rolled a 17.
Okay, you all know enough just from bedtime stories. Typically, a lich, usually a creature of great evil and murder. Like, equivalent to, like, Michael Myers, like, gets their power from killing people. So, yeah, just be aware.
As Sally walks off, I kind of give her a look, and I was gonna say something, but she seems really determined now. So,
As Sally walks off, I look at the 2 of you and I mouth, a lich?
Rio, like, gives you both a look, and she kind of just gulps out of fear, like...
Collectively, all is one brain cell. Oh no.
With the sun shining its beautiful golden rays of sunset on the surrounding mountains of Noren. You all make your way with freshly lit tiki lights lining towards the large circus tent of Conrad the Incredible and his circus. Now, Conrad himself is a very interesting individual, weighing in at probably about 600 pounds. Conrad is a very rotund orc, which typically orcs are, and not to be racist, but at least with Feyre's experience, orcs are usually a little bit more hostile, a little bit more to given to violence. Conrad seems to be throwing that stereotype in in the absolute dumpster and twirling it around a few times. Conrad is jovial. Conrad is welcoming. The only thing violent or loud about Conrad is his voice as he steps up and greets everyone entering the tent. Welcome, welcome everyone to the great Conrad, the incredible circus. I am pleased to be your host. And he's bowing to everyone. And occasionally when a little kiddo comes in holding a mom's hand, maybe a little nervous about all the noises, he reaches down and produces with a little bit of sleight of hand a paper flower and hands it to each individual that looks a little nervous. Oh yes, welcome, welcome. As you all enter, he in a group, he says, well, look at this lovely group of individuals. Is this your first time at a circus?
Yeah, it is.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I have to offer this piece of advice. Have lots of snacks and don't forget to cheer. A large circle of tiered benches but very similar to stands in a high school gymnasium setting, but it's perfectly circular. And there are 4 entrances, the one you are entering and one at the west, east, and north points of the tent, where the performers will actually enter from their various spaces. Now, there are approximately 300 to 400 people. Most of the citizens of Noren are in attendance for this. This is, of course, nearly a once-a-year event for them. Not very... Of course, there's just the Noren Fair, which is only once a year, and it is not often... This is the first time that this particular circus, but it is not often that any circus shows up to this event. So there are many kiddos in the audience that have never been to a circus before, and there is just this expression of wonder and awe and that feeling right before the orchestra plays the first note at a beautiful musical or concert. Now, with the hush falling over the audience, Conrad strides confidently into the center of the ring and stretches out his hands for quiet. Ladies, gentlemen, and others, you are more than welcome to the circus of Conrad the Incredible! And he stands and the entire crowd, yeah! Clapping from everyone. We have quite a performance ahead for you, from daring deeds and feats of magic and skill to horsemanship and creature mastery to musical and delicate performance numbers. Are we all ready? And another big cheer from the crowd. As the crowd is finishing cheering, before they can finish, the acrobats enter and come tumbling and weaving. But this, my friends, is a world of magic and art. So these acrobats are not your normal acrobats. In fact, it seems to be they have some very low-level enchantments on their persons and are actually teleporting from place to place mid-air and diving through impossible hoops and lighting themselves on fire and doing these incredible feats that should not be possible for mortal man, as indeed they are not, but are influenced by arcana magic as only theater can inspire in the mind. And it is absolutely gorgeous and mind-boggling, and before you can even get to appreciate it fully, we drop down to a bit more realism as horse races and horse performances, but these horses seem to be particularly trained, as perhaps these individuals are either druids or have some sort of magic item where they're able to speak to their horses, pulling off impossible stunts of absolute perfection and unity as they make shapes and artwork with their horses' patterns themselves. The entire crowd has been cheering and going mad for nearly an hour at this point and are almost hoarse with shouting, but it's one of those moments that you don't really care because it is absolutely intoxicating, the energy with which these performances are taking place. And the energy suddenly becomes tense as the entire tent begins to all hold their breath collectively, for stepping out of the crowd is a young boy you've never seen before, has not performed yet. He is wearing a dark hood and this very well-fitted a bit of a half coat, leather and leather pants, and seems to be only 10 years old. The entire crowd is silent as they are watching him. And he lifts up his hands and sneezes. As he sneezes, because I'm David. And then lifts up his hands and begins to conduct. And as this child conducts, this beautiful melody begins to come into play. And you see appearing in the room these beautiful lights. They seem to be, you know that, loose ink that's watered down that you pour on paper and it just dissipates onto the parchment? This seems to be happening in the air, in the center of the ring. As these beautiful shapes at first just swirl in indiscernible colors and styles, and then begin to form pictures. As this child conducts this symphony that shows the city of Noren from above. And it is this beautiful flying overscape of sheep and cows and all manner of beauty. And then the music turns to a sad melody. And we see a face of a middle-aged elf father plodding his way through a forest. And most of the crowd just is entranced, not knowing what this next story would be, but Feyre, your father is being projected into the center of the ring.
That's my father, guys. That's my father. What?
I need
we found him.
everyone to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Oh boy.
I got a 20. Not natural.
Rio rolled an 18.
Sally rolled a 16.
Roxie rolled a 4. What is up with me and 4s?
Damn, Roxie.
It just never... I know. I guess that's our lucky number.
Now, I will need to know, did anybody roll a 20 or above?
No.
I got a 20.
That was Feyre?
Yes.
Okay. As the picture of your father begins to continue and show, and many things begin to happen at once. The young boy in the center of the room begins to stretch and grow, and suddenly you're not looking at a boy at all. You're looking at a human with long, scraggly, dark beard, piercing eyes, and, as you remember, a robe that did not fit, but now a robe that fits absolutely perfectly. As Lorland stands conducting in the center of the room.
What?
No way.
And the image is now sporadic and scattering and spinning, almost in a TV static sort of way. And you watch as about 90% of the audience, including the three of you except for Feyre, collapse on the ground unconscious.
Oh my god, wait.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
What?
There are just a few individuals remaining, standing confused and scared. Feyre, you stand up. You notice, of the people you've seen before, you noticed a couple of the individuals competing at the drinking competition stand up. You notice that Caleb is there and has not passed out. You also notice that Jorla has not passed out. There are about 10 to 15 of you standing up, looking angry and confused, as the circus performers all appear at the different entrances of the tent, all standing and grinning. I need those of you that are conscious to roll initiative.
That would only be
I think it's just
Logan.
Feyre.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
So
Oh
just
my god!
me.
Oh
All
my
right.
god!
Initiative for myself, that's a 15.
Okay.
15.
This is so cool.
Okay,
Myself. Okay.
Feyre, everyone not a part of the circus, is currently in shock. You are the first to act. What do you do?
How far away is Jorla?
You guys weren't particularly, you weren't particularly paying attention, but for some reason she was. She's 10 feet behind you and you just never saw her.
Perfect. Then I'm gonna stand by Jorla to make sure I'm close to Jorla. And I'm going to pull out my 2 short swords and just have them at the ready in case, someone makes an attack on me first.
You need to get out of here! Feyre, I don't know what's happening. You need to leave.
But you don't know what's going on? What happened? Why are they all collapsed?
It doesn't matter! Run!
I can't leave them here!
You spend your 6 seconds of combat arguing with Jorla. Your turn's over.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Well, I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay. Caleb stands up and rushes towards Lorland. As Caleb is running forward in a very foolish attempt at bravery, Lorland flicks out a lazy wrist and Caleb is frozen midair. Lorland turns to look at you, Feyre. It's always the young who are absolutely insistent on arrogance. And reaches out, and with a flick of the wrist, from 10 feet away, snaps Caleb's neck and Caleb falls to the ground.
Oh my god! Oh
No!
David, oh my god!
Oh my god.
It is now absolute chaos as the first murder takes place. Those of the farmers that are remaining standing are immediately attacked by the circus performers, who, unfortunately, you have now witnessed, have a plethora of magic items at their disposal that make them near impossible to kill in combat. They all dance around and leap around and teleport around all over the room. Anybody who is left conscious immediately goes down. It is now Jorla and you and maybe a couple farmers still hanging on to resist for the moment, and your unconscious friends in front of you. Jorla grabs you and begins trying to carry you out of the out towards the tent at the top of the benches. What do you do?
I try to get out of her grasp. I'm not leaving them behind. I try to get out of her grasp.
Roll a acrobatics or athletics check.
Ah, shit, 11.
She's stronger than you by far, picks you up, and begins carrying you back towards the back of the tent. We need to go! Come on!
But we can't leave them! There are innocent people in there! They can lose their lives!
And you watch as the peaceful tavern keep, or so she claimed, begins to transform.
Not Jorla! No!
As a
What?
As a fully realized 9-foot-tall werebear stands in front of you, cuts open the tent behind you, throws you out, and turns and just roars. Feyre, it's your turn. What do you do?
Shit. I look at her with a pleading look in my eyes, and I tell her, you have to go back for them. I can't leave them behind. They're all I have.
You say that as you are flung 20 feet backwards out of the circus tent. You are tossed. It's your turn, Feyre. You land on the ground 20 feet away from the circus tent. No one has left the tent yet to try and stop you. Do you go back in?
Are any of the circus performers running out, or are they all still in tent?
They're all inside attacking the unsuspecting peaceful town.
Well, I'm running back into the tent. I'm gonna try to run back into the tent.
You disregard Jorla's attempt at saving you, and you run back in through the entrance, and you see an awesome sight as Jorla, the werebear, is standing on top of the benches, taking on all comers who are trying to attack her. She is putting up an impressive fight for the near 20 assailants that are attacking her. Disregarding everyone around her, she roars towards Lorland. What do you want? We have nothing of value! We trust in you! And Lorland doesn't raise his voice at all. Lorland steps calmly towards Jorla and says, you have the most valuable commodity. Souls. Nothing in the world can pay for the value of a soul. And he outstretches his hand. and casts Power Word Kill.
No! No! Fuck! Oh, fuck!
And Jorla, the impressive werebear, standing against 20 assailants and holding her own, cannot withstand the power of magic, as she is less than 100 hit points, which is the criteria of Power Word Kill. There is no saving throw. Jorla, all 9 feet of her transfigured form, collapses onto the ground. And you realize in this moment a bit of irony. If she had not given you the periaptive wound closure, she would still be stable.
No!
But in this moment, she made her choice, and she is dead. Lorland now turns to you. Well, if we don't have the daughter Brad of Alden,
Where's my father?
would you like to say hello?
Where is he?
It's your turn in initiative.
I cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay. He is Hunter's marked.
And I ready my bow. I don't shoot him yet. I hold the bow and I point it at him. Where is he?
You would dare to threaten me? I need you to make he casts Hold Person on you. I need you to roll a, give me 1 second as I pull up the correct. I need you to roll a Wisdom saving throw, DC 20.
Shit, I got 7.
7. You are held, frozen in place, rather heroically with your bow drawn. And Lorland casually walks towards you. You begin to notice in your frozen state, you can still look around and see things, you just can't move your eyes as things begin to be dragged from your periphery towards this. They begin to drag towards the center of the room, but as they reach the center pole of the circus tent, they pass through the pole. Hundreds of bodies are being dragged. You watch Roxie dragged into the center pole and gone. Rio, Sally, all unconscious, dragged through a portal. Lorland walks up to you, unbothered by your presence. Well, I guess a reunion is in order, isn't it, brat? And in your held state, uses telekinesis to lift you up and drifts you towards the center pole. And you pass through to the other side.
Alright. Can I see anything as I'm going through, or?
Just for the briefest of moments, you see another world. Screams and cries of hundreds of jail cells along these cliffs. You have stepped onto another plane of existence. As Lorland, for the briefest of moments, allows you to truly see the inside of his lair. And he just whispers in your ear, you know, I would have wished to tell your arrogant friend, what was her stupid name, Sally? I would have wished for her to see this in person, in all of its grandeur. She seeks the power to become a lich. Welcome to my phylactery.
Holy fuck, holy fuck.
Roll an Arcana check for me.
Oh, God. 14.
14. You've, similar to having heard the term lich, well, for every bad guy, the bad guy has to have a lair. For liches, they call it a phylactery. A farm for souls where they can gain power. Lorland snaps his fingers and casts sleep on you. And the curtain fades. Now, the four of you, unconscious. the first thing you're aware of as this intense cramping and pain. As you begin to stretch and try and move, and you find that your hands are tied behind your back and you're laying on your side, perhaps the most uncomfortable position, but all four of you are together. What do you do?
Are you guys okay? Are you okay?
This is worse than a hangover.
What happened? Where are we? Oh God.
He's hunter's marked, right?
You try to check the hunter's mark. It has been longer than the time period of the hunter's mark.
What happened to the circus? Where are we?
Why are we tied up?
Well, we saw my father, and then most of the audience, they went unconscious. Shorla, she's gone. Caleb, he's gone.
What do you mean gone?
Because of him. He killed them.
What?
Lorland! He's behind all of this. After everyone went unconscious, we were all sucked into this portal that was in the middle of the circus. I don't know exactly where we are, but all I do know is that we're in another world, different from the one we were just in.
Wait. So, Lorland is the real deal.
He has something to do with my father, and I don't know what to do.
Well, hey, maybe wherever he took us, maybe your father's here too.
That's what I can hope, especially after what Lorland said.
So do you know where we are?
I have no idea. How about you guys?
Sally, I need you to roll a history check for me.
Okay.
Or a nature check, your choice, whichever you're better at.
Oh, they're both terrible. History and they're equal. I rolled a 7 total.
Okay, you actually have advantage on this for reasons, so go ahead and roll again.
Oh, that's a little better. 12?
12. It doesn't take much, Sally.
Oh, okay.
So, a couple things about this world, and as we open up the world to the larger story, I'll share with you a little bit about Lostoria Lé that you all would have known already. But now, having stepped into the world, we can explore as the audience and storytellers together. Lostoria Lé is a world of my own invention, and it is a little bit different than a standard D&D world. Each D&D world has its own settings, right? And its own school of magic and its own deities and its own explanations of the universe. Lostoria Lé is no different. Instead of traditional pocket planes, instead of traditional planes of existence, there are different pocket planes located throughout the world that take on aspects very similar to what you're used to. So, where you came from, Sally, without telling too much, that is a pocket plane that is part of where you're from. In the same way, you recognize now you are in a different pocket plane of the Shadowfell. Moreover than that, there is, just so you're aware, and I won't go too much into it, we can get into it when it becomes necessary. There are 8 deities, and there is a creative force known as the Tir na Nog. That is a bit of this wild magic that influences the entirety of the world, and no one really knows what it is. But sometimes it has been known to shift or corrupt or change different pocket planes. You are currently within a Shadowfell plane that seems to also be the phylactery or the lair of Lorland.
Oh my, wait, so do we get the sense that it's or do I get the sense that this is a phylactery?
I mean, he admitted as much to Feyre, which I imagine she passes on.
Oh, yes, and Lorland mentioned this is a phylactery. Thanks, voice in my head.
Oh, wow, okay. So good news. Good news and bad news. Do you want good news first or bad news first?
Good news.
Bad. Oh, well, yeah. We'll go with good, actually, yeah.
Good news first.
Okay, well, the good news is that he definitely knows how to become a lich. The bad news is that we're kind of in his lair, so our souls are definitely not very safe right now, and I feel like it would probably be a good idea to not
be in this exact pocket plane. Like, you know how there's like sometimes good neighborhoods and bad neighborhoods? This is probably not the greatest neighborhood for us to be in. Yeah.
Okay, how do we get to the good neighborhood?
That's a great question. DM, do I know how to hop pocket planes in the Shadowfell?
Yeah, there's a I think it's a 6th or 7th level spell known as teleport, or 6th or 7th level spell known as plane shift. So, other than that, more practically, find a doorway.
Okay, so, the simple ways are a little beyond me at the moment. I haven't really figured out how to do those, big spells yet. But the other solution is we could find a door somewhere. I mean, that's how I got to, the circus in the first place, is through a door. So we just have to find another one. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. He wouldn't kill us right away.
Yeah. We came here. We came here through a portal or a doorway of some sort. There has to be another doorway that leads us to another pocket plane,
yes,
right?
Yeah, there has to be.
I think before we get to that, we should try to get ourselves untied.
As you fully take in the surroundings around you, not only are you tied up, you are also, if you roll your way over to the doorway, the barred doorway, you are on the cliff of hundreds of jail cells with winding paths all the way up. You are imprisoned. And also, who would roll over to the door?
I want to roll over. Me, Roxie.
Roxie. Okay. As you roll over, you hear the stomping of heavy footfalls. Boom, boom, and it sounds like they're dragging something.
Guys, shush, shush. Pretend you're asleep again.
Okay. You stay next to the door, though?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. You stay next to the door. Everybody pretends to be asleep. Go ahead and give me a performance check, everyone.
Natural 20 for Rio.
Oh my god!
13 for Roxie.
15 for Sally.
I got a 14.
Okay. Not terrible. Stepping, these footfalls seem to be so large they are actually shaking the ground under you. Boom, boom, boom. And this dragging between the footfalls. And this rusty key, you aren't looking with your eyes closed, but you hear a key insert into the rusty bars, and the door opens partially. Do any of you try to sneak a look?
Yeah, Rio will take a peek.
Rio takes a peek just in time to catch a glimpse of two things. A large troll opening the door, and then something, you were the one right at the door, right?
It was Roxie.
Roxie was.
Roxie, okay, Rio and Roxie. It's not like you've given me two similar names. So you take
We
a peek.
literally talked about this and we said we both picked our names.
Actually, you see the troll, and just in time to watch a large bundle be tossed onto Roxie and land on them. The door quickly closes again and locks, and the bundle is seeping some sort of warm liquid onto you,
No.
Roxie.
Guys, I haven't opened my eyes yet, but someone look for me before I scream.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I can tell you that right now.
It's warm.
You take a look.
Yeah, Roxie opens one eye.
It is a large, masculine figure, about 6 foot tall, elvish features, bleeding.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, is it dead?
It looks real beat up, but you check as much as you can with your hands tied behind your back, and it looks like it's very faintly moving just a little bit. It looks like it has been tortured. There are cuts and scrapes and bruises all over the face and arms.
Oh my god. Do I recognize this person?
Feyre, your father Alden is laying before you.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh shit. And I'm still freaking tied up. I'm mad. Okay. Is he's conscious though? Can I check to see if he's conscious?
No.
He's
He's
not?
barely breathing.
Oh my gosh.
He's still alive, but he's barely breathing.
Shit. This is really gonna help. Am I able to cast Cure Wounds even though I'm tied up?
Yes, your magical powers have not been taken away from you.
Okay.
So you're able to cast any obvious weapons are currently, you guys kind of look out the door, you see that they're kind of stacked just out of reach outside the door. But any innate magic abilities you have, you're still able to use.
Okay. Shit. I cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
Is a 6.
A 6. Okay. Your father regains 6 hit points and brings him enough back to consciousness to flutter open these absolutely bruised eyes. Roll a medicine check for me, Feyre.
Oh my god, I'm rolling so terrible today, guys. I don't like this.
No, you're doing good. It's okay.
It's a 9.
You don't have a ton of experience treating wounds. Your father has been tortured for a long time. There are all variety of bruises all over his body. If it was anybody other than a blood relative, I don't think they would have recognized him. But even through all of the pain, he looks at you and smiles and says, "My drop of sunshine, Feyre, how are you?"
You're alive! I knew you were alive!
And you guys
And
try to give each other the most precious hug, even though both of your hands are tied behind your back and you can't. It's a bit of a neck hug.
it's a wiggle hug.
Yes.
You're alive. I knew you were alive.
Why? Why are you here?
I came looking for you. I came looking for you, and you're here. You're alive.
Hey, that's your dad.
You brought friends?
I kind of ran into them on my way. This is Sally. This is Rio, and this is Roxie.
Hello.
Hello. I'm Alden. I am the protector of Shieldfell and father of Feyre.
We've heard a lot about you.
Wow. It's
Sort
great
of.
to meet you. Yeah, I'm so glad you found your father. Wow, this is great. So we're 2 down and 1 more to go.
I don't, Dad. Do you know where we are?
I don't know a lot. I'm assuming you've met Lorland if you're here.
Yeah, that guy's an asshole.
He is causing all of this disturbance. We don't know what his plan is. Myself and my troop were almost to him before we were ambushed and he took us captive. He's been questioning me about our home, Feyre. He's planning to attack them. There's something he needs from there. I don't know what it is.
Well, we have to find a way out of here. And we need to figure out what that is and stop him.
Yes, he keeps asking me particularly about its defenses. I think he's trying to find a way to make it fall, and I don't know why.
The shield you put up, it still stands strong, at least when I left.
That's helpful.
We need to get out of here.
Yes.
Does anyone have a way to cut these ropes?
I have nothing on me.
I might be able to help with that.
Please.
Did you say that our weapons are stacked outside of the door, Roxie?
Yeah, I can see them.
Oh, okay, great. Point. I wiggle over to where Roxie is. And can I see the weapons?
You can. They're about 10 to 15 feet away.
Are there any guards in the hallway? I think I can.
Roll a perception check.
Oh boy. Okay. 13.
Oh,
13, none that you see.
Okay, great. I will cast the cantrip Mage Hand. Am I able to, so the components are verbal and somatic. Am I able to do that despite being tied up or no?
I will say yes, since you do not require a material component, there's no trying to get to your materials, so I will allow it.
Okay, so I wiggle my hand behind my back and you see that same spectral, kind of like ghostly clawed green hand from you might have seen it earlier before, floats out between the bars and I direct the mage hand to not all the weapons would be ambitious. I direct it to grab one of the daggers it took from my person.
Since you are not being ambitious, there's not a roll required. And you bring the dagger in, and it is now available to you.
Okay. I'll direct it to cut my own hands so that my hands are free for casting anything else, and then I will use the dagger to cut the binds off of all of my companions and Alden.
as all of the bondages are cut, Alden stands up and immediately, as soon as he can, turns and gives his daughter the biggest, warmest hug he can.
I hug him back.
And that is where we are going to end this session.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,